Have you ever thought about how much money you could save if you modeled your garden after nature? Think about a forest. Who's out there taking care of those plants? Good question, right? If we model our gardens after nature, we don't have to spend a lot of money. Today, we're going to talk about regenerative gardening principle number 6. Consider nature as the model. Stick around. First things first, what does it mean to consider nature as the model? Well, think about nature. Think about your local forest. Who takes care of it? Is there anyone out there fertilizing or spraying pesticides to keep things in balance? Well, no. Nature has cycles. Nature has relationships, as we've discussed in previous regenerative gardening videos. Nature thrives on systems that feed themselves. If we design our gardens to mimic these systems, our gardens will thrive. Okay, now section number 1, IPM, or Integrated Pest Management. Integrated Pest Management is the system of pest control that we've talked about previously on this channel. If you need a full refresher, check out the link above. I'll make sure that you've got access to that. Integrated Pest Management utilizes 4 control methods. We have our biological controls, we have cultural controls, mechanical controls, and chemical controls. Oftentimes, folks who have problems in the garden, especially pest problems, tend to go straight for the chemical controls. The problem is, this makes you the predator, or the organism that is going to deal with whatever pest that you have in your garden. In other words, nature is not doing the work, you are doing the work. So, in IPM, we want to try to use other control methods first, and in regenerative gardening, we try to use the control method that is going to create a system that is going to continuously deal with whatever problem you're facing. For instance, you could spray your aphids to get rid of them, or you could release ladybugs. Now, releasing ladybugs into the garden is very sustainable. However, to make things regenerative, create ladybug habitat so that ladybugs keep coming back to your garden of their own volition. All right, now section number 2, native plants. Wherever you live in the world, you have native plants that are already adapted to your climate, to your soil, and the types of pests that you have in your area. I have a video right here you can check out. I did a couple weeks back that talks in more depth about native plants. But if you want to model after nature, then utilize plants that are already adapted for the area that you live in. So when you're designing your garden, take a close look at the plants that you're bringing in. Make sure that they are either native plants or plants that are highly adapted to your area. Next up, we have section number 3, our soil. Now, a lot of us were taught when we first started gardening that we needed to till the soil over and over and over again to have really nice soil for our gardens. That, as I've learned in recent years, you actually don't have to till the soil all that much. Now, don't get me wrong, if you have a heavy clay soil that you can't even get a shovel into, then yes, a little bit of tillage can help things along, especially as you're working organic matter into the soil. However, once you have nice tilth to your soil, once your soil has been improved, and you start to see those organisms in the soil, the worms and all of the other little good guys out there, it's time to stop the tilling. As a matter of fact, you can just take compost, put that on top of your soil, mulch, and allow the organisms in your soil to bring those nutrients and bring all that good stuff down into the soil for you. So, if you want to work like nature, put all of your organic matter on top of the soil, don't mix it in. Actually, little subsection here, I want to talk for a moment about Masanobu Fukuoka. I know that I've spoken about him before. He's the Japanese rice farmer who wrote the wonderful book, The One Straw Revolution. Now, Masanobu did not use any compost in his gardens. As a matter of fact, he said that even compost was unnecessary. It was just another process, another step that we really didn't have to do. He said nature could do that step for us. So if you want to follow in the footsteps of Masanobu Fukuoka, just use mulch. Don't have to use compost. And I'm not saying that compost is a bad thing. I believe that compost is good. But if you want to simplify things even further, you don't have to go the compost route. You can just use mulch on your soil, and that's okay too. All right, now this is really my main point here, is this economic angle. Think about all of the inputs that go into your garden. The pesticides, the fertilizers, all of those chemicals, everything that you purchase to put into your garden, of course, is going to cost you money. That's the nature of purchasing things, right? So if you want to consider nature as the model, if you want nature to do the work, you have to ask yourself, how can I set up a system or a process where nature will deal with the problems that I'm having in my garden instead of me going out and purchasing the solution to my problems? Remember that if you purchase the solution to every problem that you come across in your garden, things aren't going to change. You will continue to spend money season after season, year after year. If you start to design systems, if you start to bring in more biodiversity and mimic nature, mimic natural processes, this is going to save you money in the long run. It's also going to save you time and effort. So remember, consider nature as the model, mimic nature, let nature do the work. So here's the big idea. When we consider nature as the model, we save ourselves time, effort, and money. So the next time you encounter a problem in the garden, instead of asking yourself, how can I pay to solve this? Ask yourself, how can I mimic nature? How can I let nature do the work? How do you let nature do the work? If you have any good tips for us, don't forget to leave a comment down below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I say that a lot, don't I? You know, I used to joke about that with my students, and now I too am a slave to the algorithm. Okay, that's enough of that. I hope you all have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time. Take care of your gardens and take care of yourselves. Bye for now.